out set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the running back. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Catch in the middle. It's Golden. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Zings it complete to the right. And that's a live ball. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense with the scoop and score.
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
To the air, it's Ewers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Trying to get to it. Finds his man, they convert. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Ewers. He rifles one deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Use the play fake, now to throw. Heaves it deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned to the halftime break. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start the third quarter with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Haynes. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Shakes off the tackle. Fires it into traffic and is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, going and getting that INT.
Give to the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Ewers. He's right on target. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn out the field. You saw that right there.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right?
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Great call by the offensive coordinator. He saw an opportunity to take a shot, to dial up one of these types of plays, and beautiful execution by the QB and receiver, and now they're set up in the red zone.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet blown catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these track routes. These are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working for them.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got room at the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs, these extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Haynes. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The give to the single back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they'll try to tack 3 more onto this lead late. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Takes the catch pass to Sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a grab and go for the score.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
They want that clock to run. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
From the red zone, it's Haynes. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Second down coming up. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Into the end zone. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.